All right, man. Let's talk about Matt Judon. Matt Judon got traded to the Atlanta Falcons for a third round pick, and a lot of people felt like the Lions missed out on an opportunity. Um, they still got to pay him, but the Falcons are actually becoming a threat. In the NFC, they added Kirk Cousins, added Michael Penix, added Jesse Bates last season from the Cincinnati Bengals. They already had a really solid defense, and now they add a guy that get double digit sacks a year. I thought Brad Holmes would at least try to look at him. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they value draft picks, and rightfully so, because a lot of draft picks are cheaper or whatever. But I thought they would get a local guy. Look, he was injured. You know, Brian Holmes like injured players, so that kind of was a little bit of a mystery there for me. And only a third round pick, and I know they asked for a lot for Brandon Ayuk. That I don't understand. Um, you got to pay him, so I don't understand why are they asking for an arm and a leg for Brandon Ayuk. You know what I'm saying? I don't really look at him as a top 10 receiver like that. And maybe because I look at that offense that they got, and they got just so many different weapons. So I'd feel like you can replace that production, honestly, or him or Debo Samuels. That's not to produce. So I didn't expect the Lions to go out there and and spend a lot of money on a receiver. That just didn't make any sense. But in training camp, you really ain't heard none of the defensive line ends, making a whole bunch of noise. You haven't heard about them having great camps. The dude they got from Canadian Football League, he didn't play into the third quarter. He didn't play into the third quarter last year. James Houston, he on the bubble from what we hearing. He on the bubble. You know, so so I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I just felt like, in this situation, um, this was a good thing. You can add an edge there. I mean, he a little bit older, so I kind of understand that. Maybe you don't want to give him a 5-year deal or whatever. And I know people might be saying, let's get Hassan Reddick or whatever. I mean, you got to pay him too. I think he may be the better player right now. And then you had Matt Judon come off an injured year. Yeah. So you had him come off an injury year. So maybe your teams was hesitant and maybe they didn't like his attitude when it came to the contract. But no, he deserved to be paid. He was grossly underpaid, and the Patriots had the most cap room in the league. Why not pay the man? If you value him and you want him to go out there and play and lay it all on the line, I feel like you should pay him. I feel like you should pay him. Simple as that. So, but nonetheless, the Lions always miss on opportunities like this, and then they get to the season. Oh, we got a pass rush issue, and you could have got a guy. You could have got a guy. They're gonna say we got receiver issues. Well, you could have got a guy. That's all it is. You could have got it. Could have went out there and signed a receiver right now. But you banking on somebody stepping up, and ain't nobody gonna step up. And then, when you got a position of weakness like these, or you may not have a lot of depth or have guys to step up like that, then the injury bugs tend to hit those. It tend to hit those places. Them be the main places that you get hit where you don't have depth at. So how you not prepare for that? I don't understand. That's my thing about it. How you not prepare for that? I don't understand. But Judon would have gave him a boost, and you know, uh, yeah, Judon would have gave him a huge boost. So, but nonetheless, that's on them. That's on them. But he would have gave him a huge boost out there, and a guy that's routinely got a bunch of sacks or whatever, outside of last year because he was injured. So, and maybe had he played last year, what I'm saying, he would have got his Fetty. If y'all don't know, he would have got his money. So maybe he would have got his money in that scenario had he been healthy and had he played. So But it is what it is. He in Atlanta now. I'm pretty sure he much rather be in Atlanta. He ain't got to deal with the racism up northeast. He ain't got to deal with the cold. Only thing you probably miss up there is the clam chowder and the seafood. That's it. That's about it. So he ain't got to deal with that bull job up there no more. That's why nobody want to go up there. Brandon Ayuk, it ain't just about the quarterback. It's mad bigotry and prejudice and racism, all that rolled into one. you know, all that rolled into one. So, it'd have been nice to bring him back home, but at the end of the day, um, everybody got their price. Everybody got their price. So, the Lions maybe didn't see him as a fit. But or maybe they really like somebody in camp that we just ain't heard of. Maybe they like Levi and Pascal, but we know, they both ain't the inability to stay healthy. But it's Atlanta Falcons have landed pass rusher they sought for years. New England Patriots are trading edge rusher Matthew Judon to the Falcons for a third-round pick. Sources tell ESPN Adam Schefter on Wednesday night Judon have been practicing after a brief absence for the team. The Falcons and Judon have not hammered out a contract for next season yet, but they plan to work towards one before the start of the season, sources told Dan Graziano. Judon, who turned 32 on Thursday, is a four-time Pro Bowler who had a career high in sacks, 15 and a half in 2022. Following a 12 and a half sack season in 2021, he missed most of last year with a torn bicep. So the Falcons have not had a double-digit sack leader since Vic Beasley in 2016, which corresponds to their last Super Bowl appearance. Atlanta lost edge rusher Braylon Trice, a rookie third-round pick for the season due to a knee injury suffered last Friday night in the preseason game against the Miami Dolphins. So, shit, the Falcons kind of, they getting there. They got some pieces. I expect Kyle Pitts to have a big year over there. Now that he got a formidable quarterback, so yeah, I expect that. I expect that to be a thing. So, we play the Kansas City Chiefs this week, the Lions. So, in Kansas City, so yeah, I expect that to be a thing. But honestly, it is what it is. Missed opportunity. We see if it work out. He may not work out for the Falcons. They may pay him. He might flop. We wait to see. But hey, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance and notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $sign CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.